is going to be transmuted and put into the right perspective so you can go forward. Now, we're not waving any magic wand that, you'll never have another sadness, or you'll never feel inadequate, or you'll never feel this or that. But when you come into that feeling, you now have the power, which was what I call the goddess power, to be able to say, nah, I'm not going to feel like that, I'm going to change it. A lot of people give their power away and they don't recognise that they can have a say. And that's the energy that you're now entitled to, because you've paid your karma off and you're free to balance the will of Creator and your own will in a new way to create what it is you would really like to experience. And that's what I see. We'll look at the tarot in a moment to get a little bit more personal detail around that. But from this spiritual level, it makes me feel quite exciting. It's quite exciting. You've been on the planet many times, and there's a lot of energy around you. There's a lot of colours. There's a lot of healing energy here. And there's a lot of musical processes here for you as well. And I just want to say to you, whether you play a musical instrument or whether you sing or whether you communicate with your voice in some way, whether you recite poetry, no matter what it is that you do, there's a vibration of creativity here. And that vibration of creativity is going to take you forward. You're going to access something from your past where you utilise this vibration. And to me, it looks very exciting. There's a study program still ahead of you, darling, but I feel like it's laid open in a different way, and I feel choices are going to be made about where you're going with that. And there's something you've put on hold within the pattern of the next 18 months. I feel you're going to action it again, or turn it on, or bring it forward, or take it up. It's okay to put something on hold and then to move forward again with it. And I feel at the end of 2011, you're prepared for 2012, where you move forward into a new way, which is going to be extremely positive. Now there is, Saturn is always about being the teacher, but Saturn rules all security vibrations, like the banks, the work world, the real estate, the vibration of institutions, anything that we learn, all of the processes of our security within and making our security without. It rules the forces. It rules everyone who wears a uniform in any way connected to government or bureaucracy. It also rules law, legal, law enforcement, and all the forces, and even nursing and doctors. The vibration of Saturn is very full, and we have to learn something and then we apply it with Saturn. So I feel whatever you've been learning will be applied. And if you haven't been learning anything specific, you will find a choice made where you focus on that and you go forward with it. And you will find that it will become very successful for you and bring a lot of light. Now I'm being shown a passport and I get Hawaii. Now I feel that Hawaii is connected to America. I feel I know there's an American influence with you, of course, but the vibration here is saying, where are you going to go and what are you going to do? And what is the process connected? I don't know whether it's holidaying in Hawaii and then some level of work ethic in another country. But I'm going to say to you, your free will can now take you in a new direction. And you need to be able to decide, hey, am I going to stay here and just enjoy this because it's about the frequency and I can do whatever it is? Or am I going to do some level of travel again? And I feel the choice that you make will be, I don't use the word right or wrong, because there's no right or wrong to me, there's only experience. And I'm going to say to you, you will make the appropriate choice. I will also say there's a book for your spiritual food for your mind and your heart, your feelings and your physical, called Ask and It's Given. It's channeled book through Esther Hicks and her husband Jerry. Now, I feel you need to read this book because that's where you're at spiritually. And then some of your questions will be answered from a spiritual perspective, and you can then action what you find in this beloved channeling. And so it is. Some people don't know what it is that will influence them because it could have been when they were little and now they're an adult, they can't remember it. And it wouldn't make sense to them anyway because things that affected us when we were a little kid, like we didn't like thunder and mum put us under the bed, that's what happened to me, you know. As a grown-up, we know what thunder is. So we think, that's not going to be what it is. Do you know, you get the message here? Mm-hmm. Some people bring it with them from a past, and it's part of their karma. And as soon as they've come and been toned, it's left, and then they just feel better. It's not something you can detail, right? So I'm going to say to you, don't try and analyse. You've got a very powerful intelligence, right? So don't try and analyse it. Just say, okay, I can accept that. It's a spiritual thing. Yeah, okay, let's get on with it because that's the way it's going to be for you. I feel really excited with where you're going. So, you know, all you've got to do is be and trust and action and bring it in. And so it is. Now, in the beginning of the tarot, I do what I call symbology. I ask you to shuffle the cards, think your thoughts, creeds, questions, cut them into 3 packs. When you do that, I then request you choose the pack you want to work from first. When you choose that pack, I take it up, take the pack and turn it up, and the bottom card of the pack you chose becomes your key card in this moment in time. It shows me where you've been, how you're feeling, and what that process is, or what you're concerned about. Then I turn over the other 2 packs and they become complementary and continuum to your key card. Now, your key card is saying to me that, like most people, you'd like to be happy and you'd like to have a little bit more wealth and you'd like to be healthy and you'd like to do what it is that you need to do on the planet to leave something for the posterity of humanity after you've gone. Now, not everybody has that, but those who are here on a mission do, and you've got it. This says also that you have the ability and that you will, let's look at the associate card, yes, and that's the spiritual energy, it's the 12th card, and it says you've had many lifetimes. I always associate this, I'm not religious, but I always associate this number 12 energy with the 12 disciples and how they had to spread the word of the Christ consciousness, which is love. The vibration is that you have the ability and the knowledge to help others who are less fortunate than yourself, and you will do that in your life. Now, you may travel to do that, or you may do it here in Australia, or wherever it is that you're going to go. But I have a sense that there will be a third world country that you're going to be interconnected with in some way as well. So just make sure that you keep yourself well and happy. I don't see anything negative befalling you here, as long as you take care of you as top priority, and then we'll all be well and happy. Okay? The energy of the second card and the third card, which is the second pack and third pack, I'm going to put them together in a minute and work off the top of the one you chose. Now, this is the woman of substance. So to be able to go anywhere that you need to go, you need to put a foundation down and start building towards that substance. Families help often, but you now have Saturn that's going to be your benefactor, right? So I'm going to say to you, be open to receive ways of financial vibration coming to you, money, being simple, money coming to you in your work world or from other sources that you might, lots of people say, oh, no one's ever going to give me any money. I'm not lucky. I'm not this. I'm not that.